Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing a 2022 Hyundai Palisade in the Calligraphy package. First and foremost, a huge shout out and thank you to Southtown Hyundai here in Utah for giving me some time with this calligraphy. Check out the inventory link below. Let's get into the video. So under the hood we have a naturally aspirated 3.8 liter V6 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 24 on the highway, with power outputs being 291 horsepower and then 262 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go to the front end of the Palisade. So first off, you guys will notice this really distinctive body line right there that kind of just like abruptly ends, you think, right? Just kind of goes right there into the pillar in a way. And then notice down below here with the gigantic LED accent light, super distinctive, goes into the top part of the cluster there, and then you have the orange light off to the side. We've got the projector bulbs as well. Notice we have the parking sensors integrated into the front. And then look at the design detail down here. And then I really like the coloration on that. It kind of has like a brushed type look. And then here's the grille, which is pretty crazy from a design standpoint. Kind of has that floating honeycomb type look to it. You've got a camera at the bottom of the Hyundai logo itself. And then notice how they kind of change it a little bit just down below for the bottom portion of the grille. But yeah, other than that, that's the front end. Now coming around the side here, we've got two 45mm tires wrapped on 20-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And the wheel design here on the calligraphy is absolutely insane. You guys can see here, you've got kind of like it's hard to see on camera, but the dark metallic gray. And then you have the silver there on the top. And then you've got like the random lines of dark metallic gray throughout the silver. It's just, there's a lot going on, and these wheels look even crazier in motion. And so, yeah, pretty crazy stuff happening here. Notice that everything's body colored here along the side for the fenders themselves, and then the little fender flares as well. And then here, notice again, they've got more of that brushed metallic trim down the side of the calligraphy. And then here with the turn signals on the mirrors, looks pretty cool from a design standpoint. We do have the rails here at the top, and then the door handles also do match that brushed look as well. And then here's a quick side view so you guys can see what that looks like, especially with the wheels and everything. It looks really, really good. And then quickly popping here to the back, you guys can see obviously the back wheel, exact same setup, and then we do have our gas cap here on the side, but it's not one of those like push caps. It's one of the ones where it's like the interior release. But anyways, let's head to the back. So here is the key fob for the calligraphy. Well, we've got both key fobs, but anyways, we've got a couple functions. We've got our lock, unlock, remote start. We've got the release for the hatch, and then that is for the horn itself. But yeah, really nice looking key fob, and we'll open up the hatch. So we just have to hold that down for a second, and then that will pop that right open. And, ooh. So popping here into the rear, we've got quite a bit happening. So we've got all of our floor mats, and then notice that we've got these nice metallic plaques right here. And then if we pick this up, you can see some extra storage just underneath. We do have a 12 volt right there. We do have the Harman Kardon sound system. And then down below the 12 volt, we've got all of our seat controls. For the second row, you can lower them. For the third row, you can raise and lower them. So for example, if I want the right side to pop up, I can press that. And then if I want the left side to basically go in recline function, I can press that, but then I can press it again after the right one pops up, and then I can make it pop down. But anyways, yeah, you have the pop down, pop up function. You do have to manually pull up the headrests, but other than that, that's all for that. Now let's finish things up here in the rear. So we've got the shark fin at the top, and then notice we got the really cool stylized taillights right here, and then this off to the side, your H-track right there. And then notice we've got the Palisade logo. And then I've got the exhaust tips down below, more parking sensors right here. And then here's kind of a quick look underneath with everything. And then you guys will also notice the spare tire is underneath as well. But other than that, that's all for the back. So here's our door panel in the rear. First off, notice we've got this really nice sunshade for the rear passengers. And then look at the design here with the material use, the quilted design with the leather that is perforated, and then down below you're going to rest your arm. Tons of really nice material use, pretty interesting. And then we've got a bunch of speakers here for the Harman Kardon sound system as well. This says Palisade. And then you guys can see the seats here again with the perforated leather, really cool design there at the top, and the piping on the side. And then you got your adjustments here for the second row, which we will pop in. So about 6 foot, there's my legroom. Headroom's pretty good as well. And then notice this. Wow, we've got heated and cooled seats here for the second row. Got our own climate zone. Got some charging ports back here on top of that. So lots of stuff happening here. And then you got the USB on the back of the seat, which is pretty funny. But of course we got to pop to the third row. So you guys get to look at my legs kind of squeeze through here. Oof. So we are in the third row now. Got some cup holders. What is this for? Oh, this is for the recline function on the seat. Okay, we've got the USB port right there. Then, so yeah, you can definitely fit adults back here. That's pretty awesome. A little bit claustrophobic for me personally, but you can definitely fit adults here. And I would say, you know, for like a longer trip. But let's head to the front. Now here's a door panel at the front, just as nice as what you get there in the rear. And look at all the trim pieces right here, the window controls, everything looks very premium. And then you've got the memory seat function right there. Look at the speaker here at the front. That looks really cool. Palisade logo again. And then, well, I'll show you guys the passenger seat, but yeah, we've got the front seat. We're not gonna spend too much time there because we can't see it because the cover, but passenger seat, we do have the power adjustments there on the side. And then the pedal layout just down below, we've got this for the parking brake. The lane departure assistance, blind spot monitoring, stability control. The steering wheel is manually adjustable. And there's where we're looking before we pop in. Here's our steering wheel in the Palisade. Really nice leather at the top and at the bottom, then perforated leather on the side. Got our paddle shifters, you got our voice command, phone controls, volume controls. Notice we have our cruise control over here on this side with our pages button as well. Turn signal / light stock, windshield wiper stock, and that's all. And here's the full digital gauge cluster here. You've got that center screen which you can scroll through a few different menus, give you different bits of information on the vehicle, and then there's like menus within the menus, like your attention level, for example. So I guess what I'm trying to say is there's menuception with the Palisade. But we've got some different drive modes. Got your Eco, which gives you a little green indication there. Snow, which shows like lightning type graphics. Not sure what they're thinking there. Sport. Boom, more lightning type graphics. And then Smart, again with the lightning type graphics. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know how that relates to being smart, or I mean, I guess the lightning makes sense with like the Smart, because like with your neurons and everything, you're like constantly firing electricity with that in your brain. But like snow, I'm not sure about that. But anyways, that's the drive mode select. That's the gauge cluster. I love it overall. Now here's the center infotainment system. Notice response time is just crazy quick, and if we pop it into reverse, notice we got the backup camera with trajectory lines. They do turn with the steering wheel, and then you've got a bunch of different viewpoints out of the Palisade. And then also there's a camera button that I can press, and basically what that'll do is if I'm in drive, it'll pop on the camera right away when I go into drive, which is really cool because then it'll make pulling into a parking space a lot easier. So yeah, that's a nice function there. But as for the rest of the infotainment system, we of course have the quiet mode, and wait for it, sounds of nature, and wait for it, passenger talk, which makes sense because, well, this is a third row SUV, so yeah, you need passenger talk. But anyways, oh, I guess that that's still on. We're just gonna leave that on because why not? As for the rest of the infotainment system, love it. And notice that our favorite channel is on, Mr. Ben Hardy talking to the passenger talk. But that's all for that. Down below, we've got some vents right here, and notice all the nice soft touch all along, and then that trim there at the top has pretty cool texturing to it that's also around there on the door panel. But coming down below, all of our analog controls for like the infotainment system, shortcut buttons, all that. And then I have to show this, the hazard lights blink, like the button rather. Pretty cool stuff. Got our dual zone climate controls right here, and then we've got our transmission selector just down below with our auto hold. Drive mode select, we do have a locker with this. We do have hill descent control, and this is that camera button you can turn on or off that I was talking about earlier. Auto stop start, this is for the parking sensors. Heated cooled seats, heated steering wheel, so wow, you've got heated cooled seats for the front and for the rear, pretty cool stuff. And then notice we've got this, so you basically just pull this and then you just push it. I could like just put this on like a 10-hour loop on YouTube and probably get like 1 million views. But anyways, notice that we've got the wireless phone charging area here, a couple cup holders which are also, whoa, something just flew out. I didn't mean to do that. That wasn't my fault. But yes, we have the over-engineered cup holders. Man, you know what I could do? Is I could just have a 10-hour loop of just the cup holders flying out and then this. So it'd be like that and then the cup holders. Like, you know what? I've got some ideas coming on. But anyways, got the center console right here with the, you guys can't see it, but there's a 12-volt USB inside of it. Nice leather here on the top portion. And then you've got the glove box right there. I really like this trim right here. That looks really premium. But now we have to go over the seat because we didn't get to go over that. So here's a front seat. Similar design as what you get in the back. But notice the bolster's a lot beefier, right? So we've got that perforated leather in the center, all that fun stuff. So the seats look fantastic. It all matches, right, with the door panel and all that kind of stuff. I mean, look at that. Gosh, so much fun. Anyways, notice we got more charging areas because you can never have too many charging ports for devices, and some extra storage space down there. And there's some nice leather trim here on the side. And finishing things here at the top, we've got a sunroof right here. Notice we've got vents there at the top for the rear passengers. We do have a sunroof in the back as well. So we've got like 2 sunroofs, which is pretty neat if you ask me. Got the controls for the sunroof right here. So for example, I can just open that up and then I can just open up the sunroof right there. Definitely some nice stuff. And then if you guys are wondering, this is for the rear. So I can press that to open up that sunroof. And you guys are probably noticing that there's a bunch of like handprints and fingerprints here on the headliner. Well, because we got a premium headliner because it's a premium SUV, which is definitely nice. It is all over everything, and we're gonna close that, and we're also gonna close that as well. But yeah, it all looks really nice. Like it's on everything, including like the sunroof shade, which usually car manufacturers don't do that. But definitely makes it feel more upscale, and it's also on the pillars. But that's all for the top. So we've got our window sticker here for the Palisade Calligraphy, and you guys can see here with the warranty information, for example, and then all the standard equipment that comes with the Calligraphy package. I'll kind of zoom in there. So freeze the frame if you want to read all the standard equipment. And you guys can see pretty much everything is standard. The only thing you have to add is the carpeted floor mats for $215, but $49,830. Wait for it. Wait a little bit longer. That is the Calligraphy. That's gonna sum things up for our video on this 2022 Hyundai Palisade in the Calligraphy package. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to Southtown Hyundai for giving me some time with this Calligraphy. Check out the inventory and link below. I'll see you guys.